Welcome to the CI Web Group series. This is Kathy Marshall, VP of Customer Experience and Training here at CI Web Group. Today's topic will be on a very interesting subject. It's about email automation and text marketing strategies to grow your business. Our speaker today will be our very beloved CEO, Jennifer Bagley, who is an international keynote speaker. She's a growth hacker, and she is the CEO of CI Web Group, who, by the way, you're often will find her on Facebook Live if y'all just want to see her live at times on Facebook. Be prepared today for a powerful presentation that's going to leave you motivated to take immediate action, be focused on high leveraged activities, accelerate results for your business. There is just one requirement, though. You do need to participate. Those of you new to CI Web Group and our community, we do have a proven track record of helping business owners implement the right things in the right order at the right time to significantly drive results, improve your efficiencies, and increase your profits. Now, during the webinar, we're going to have everyone on mute, but you will be able to send us questions during the webinar, and please do so because we love to get your questions. Jennifer, you can please start the webinar.
Well, thank you, Ms. Kathy. I appreciate you very much, and I appreciate everybody that took time out of their very busy day to spend a little bit of time working on your business instead of in your business. As Kathy mentioned, today we're going to be talking about email and text message strategies. I get to do this presentation 6 times this week. So we have some of the presentation that is geared towards our largest client base, which happens to be the contractor industry. However, the principles apply to all businesses. So this will give you some specific examples that may be related to the contractor industry, but I'll make sure and throw in some understand that this can and should and does relate to all industries. The only difference is labeling. So everything is really focused on how do you replicate, automate, and get results. We're in a world where our time is becoming less and less. Resources are more and more expensive. Labor is expensive, and any inefficiencies, duplicate processes, redundancies, or the most horrible thing on the planet, which is the black hole of missed opportunities, is simply a waste to business. It prevents you from making the progress that you need to, as well as producing the profits that you need to. So we're going to concentrate on how to take advantage of some technology systems, thought processes that are going to help you overcome some of those things to make bigger and better progress quicker at a more accelerated pace within your business. Just imagine being able to set up an automated series that works for you while you sleep. During the session, we'll show you how to set up free email marketing system series, how to create campaigns for various segments of automated emails that work for you 24/7, 365. Systems create simplicity. Automation builds profits. If we can reduce the number or the amount of labor and overhead, missed opportunities, duplicate processes, redundancies, we can increase our profits because it gives us the ability to focus on more high leverage activities that produce bigger and better results. It allows you to execute faster, measure your results, refine your process, and improve your bottom line. Overall, again, you keep hearing us say, accelerate results. There's a big difference between these 2 types of email marketing. So I want to make sure everybody is very clear and on the same page as far as the 2 differences. What you guys are familiar with and the majority of business owners utilize is a traditional email newsletter. This is a broadcast newsletter. So this is something you do one time, send it out, boom, you send out a broadcast. It's very time consuming. Often it's in the plan to get it done and execute because, again, you're limited on time. Today, we're going to drill further into a different process, which is email marketing automation. And these automation sequences and series are going to allow you to be able to execute quicker, make progress faster. I do have a landing page you guys are going to be driven to at the end of the series. You're more than welcome to snap a picture, grab your phone, snap a picture of the landing page so that you can go there and check it out afterwards. It'll have a lot of the links to the various systems that I'm recommending. 1, 2, 3 punch steps to be able to knock it out and get it done faster. The majority of marketing training that we provide is top of funnel training, and of business owners, small business owners, on the fundamentals. They're working on the basics. How do I leverage marketing to be able to become an option so that I can put my business, my products, my services in front of potential suspects, convert them through trust and reviews and those stars. I always say you got to have that bling. It's important in order to turn them into a prospect. Lead them to your front door and help you create leads. These are either through web form submissions, requests for appointments, form requests, or a phone call. At that point, they're at your front door. Now it's time for you to do your magic and convert them to a customer. This is where rubber meets the road and everything turns into either a missed opportunity or customer, paying client. So for now, we're going to concentrate actually at the end of funnel or top. So we're going to be at the end of funnel instead of just the top of funnel. Top of funnel is really focused on web, search, social, mobile, all of the channels or funnels that you put into place through various types of content networks. That is going to be in a position to be able to be an option in front of suspects, convince them to become prospects, convert them to a lead, and then your final conversion to a customer. Once they're a customer, or if they're a lead that didn't move forward, once you have their data, email marketing becomes extremely important. It helps with brand awareness, new sales, later date sales acquisitions, meaning they didn't close today, but they could in the future, upsales to existing customers, list building for future sales opportunities, driving social engagement, followers, friends, fans, increasing your network, and your overall traffic, which is goal optimization campaign and strategies. There are two mindsets we need to think about. One is your needs. That's the easy one, right? We all sit back and we have a list of needs that we want to accomplish ourselves, the things that are most important to you. And then we have our customer needs. Our customer needs may be totally different than the products and services you sell. It's the issue, the problem. You may have a product or service that's a solution, but it is a solution to a problem, an issue, something that's broken from a customer's point of view. So we need to think through, how does a customer think? What are their issues? What are their problems? What are their wants, their wishes, their desires, their goals? And you package your products and services to help them accomplish their goals. The one thing I can say about every human on this planet, it's probably the exact same thing that caused you to become an entrepreneur, to stop whatever it was, to venture out into this world of entrepreneurship and start your own business. Most of you are self-employed, I believe, owners of companies. And if you go back to that moment when you really were making that decision, what do I want to do? What does this look like for me? What do I want in my life? It boiled down to three things. I want more time, more money, and more freedom. That is the one gift for everyone. Every person in a company, B or you sell B2C thing, you're ultimately selling B2C, business to consumer. Consumers need more freedom, problems. They want so they can ask better questions, so they can make better decisions. They want advice from trustworthy sources, and they want to have a sense of comfort. They want to know that you care about them, what you know. It's going to be has the biggest weight initially. Vision. The average person is making their prior to ever having a conversation with you. They're doing their research online. They're checking out your company. They're looking at your social media accounts. They're looking to see do other people Are you human? Are you realistic? Do you have the ratings and the rankings and the stars? Team love you? Does your employees love you? All of these things matter and are part of the subconscious movement for a consumer to make a decision to do. There's very specific things that consumers are going to want. So there's notoriously what's going to help them have more time, more money, and more. So I'm giving you a couple examples, and this crosses into multiple categories. If you notice, there's a huge trend right now into automation systems, and I shouldn't even say right now. There has been an increasingly widespread trend in technology in order to communicate quicker, stay more connected, make better decisions, how to automate consumers' interest in these technology devices, whether it's mobile phones, computers, tablets, whether it's different kind of apps, whether it's different systems and tools they put in their homes, such as Google Home, Siri, Amazon Go. So do you relate or provide information that will help them automate their life? Money. Minimizing their dollars, that they're spending them efficiently. They want to feel secure. They want their family secure, their home. They want security in their vendor relationships, their products and their services that they choose to do business with or to purchase. Comes to common problems. Do you know those problems? Do you have a list of those issues? In the HVAC world, it's simple. Everybody thinks that we're selling heating and air conditioning. You're selling a solution. Common problem may be my nose is cold when I'm sitting in my living room watching my movies. I can't stand it that my rooms are all different temperatures. My feet are freezing when I try to go to bed at night. I have young children and we bought a puppy for Christmas. They have allergies. My husband has sleep apnea and he snores like crazy man all night long. The air quality is bad. I have condensation in the windows. I have mold. My energy bills are too high. I'm just giving you an example. We have to figure out what it is that we do, the products we sell, the services we provide to common problems that people need resolutions for. Not just about selling products and services. So hopefully this helps put everyone in the frame of mind, or at least get you to start thinking slightly differently about your products and services that you take into market, so that you can connect with the consumer heart as much as you can connect with the consumer mind. Your needs are simple. You want to increase your traffic and your followers. You want new prospects. You want customer retention. You want upsells. You want more referrals from existing customers. You want your brand to be well known in your community. You want recurring revenue so you can make it through the hard times. You want more time, more money, and more freedom. If you put your personal hat on, it's the same as a consumer. In order to leverage marketing on tackle some of these, to be able to be in front of these people and provide them with information and solutions to their problems, their needs, their wants, their ways. Marketing automation is one of the best ways to do that. It produces better, more high quality leads and opportunities than just about anything. They get to know you. They get to take their time. The system can do some of the heavy lifting for you. They get information well before they're going to move forward with you. It requires 3 different primary components. One is going to be people. This is on your team, your sales and your technical team, our operations team, your customer service team. Those people have to have the perfect systems. They have to have a CRM system that gives them the ability to be able to track leads and opportunities, tag, categorize, and segment those people based on their wants, wishes, and needs, based on products and services purchased, requested for quote, requested for a consultation, based on did they move forward or not move forward, the reasons why they move forward, what their future needs are. It also requires a marketing team. someone that can do some of the heavy lifting for you, that understands how consumers think. Once you have a segmented list, someone who understands how those people think, what drives them to make purchases, someone that can create the communication, write the content, set up the campaign in a format that's going to produce the best results. And the third checkpoint is you got to have somebody that understands strategy, someone that is reviewing and analyzing the strategic performance of any campaign or any investment, time or money on, resources or cash. The idea of any marketing campaign is built on a redundant and cyclical principle: plan, implement, evaluate, refine, and do it again. Research, plan, implement, refine, and do it again. That data will allow you to continue to tweak and make changes to your website, your email marketing, your social media, your local listings, your pay-per-click, your SEO, every single marketing strategy that you invest in. It's not a one-time project. It doesn't happen once and just roll out. It's perfect. It requires implementation and data. It requires you to think more about production than perfection. Perfection comes after implementation. So many people get caught up in the delays of analysis paralysis. If they don't execute quick enough to be able to make decisions, they don't make changes quick enough, they don't keep adding, they don't keep modifying, they don't keep changing that plan. They expect to be able to have one investment, one strategy, implement it, and then it's game over. I want my results to continue to improve, grow and grow and grow, even though I'm doing the same thing year over year over year, and it just doesn't work like that. So let's start with email newsletters, the most familiar to everyone. This is a broadcast email. It's sent one at a time. This is typically manually designed. Either you're doing the DIY method, trying to do it in-house, and it looks average at best, or you're contracting with the design team to create a custom designed newsletter template that mirrors your website and your brand, your social media, and you've got more of a professional approach. It still requires content, the writing, as well as being sent, and the list of whom it's sent to. These are typically sent to everyone, the entire database. If you have their email, they're on the list. Not exactly the most effective, but better than nothing. The challenge with this, usually we have good intentions, poor execution. Because these are very time consuming, they take a long time to put together. We often want, know, plan, even task, or put on a calendar to get it done, and it just doesn't get done. The way these are used is often on holidays when you finally get around to it and you're like, you know what, we got to send an email. Let's do Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. Sometimes those individuals who are slightly better at it are going to use it for promotions, thank yous. Those who are even better at it are going to use it for weather, discounts, notifications, so forth. It's a manual process. It happens one at a time. The typical or most popular email marketing systems used is clever. Everybody's familiar with these. They have the biggest advertising budgets and put themselves in front of everyone. If you've ever searched for email marketing systems, you go. If you're on Facebook, instant contact ad will follow you. That's retargeting. Another marketing channel for another day. However, these systems are great for their intended purpose of sending a beautifully designed broadcast email to a giant list. So email, which for small business owners is often either not heard of, not, or you've heard about it, you went to trainings but never done anything with it. You've wanted to implement it but haven't. You even purchased a big fancy system, possibly invested in software, one of the most widely used email automation systems as far as the number of people who purchase it, the number of small businesses who actually use the system they invested all of the funds into. Don't start that big. Most of this is behavioral, making sure that you have the practices and principles and the discipline to be able to execute the things that need to get done in the system or before the system. So first, in order to even get here, email automation, these are that are generating content, typically not pretty, but content based on a trigger, an action, a tag, a label, and so forth. It's completely automated. This is something, it's intelligent. You develop campaign content and you automate the delivery of that list that's based on focused consumer needs. Focused on specific solutions to what the consumer has done or said or shown or shared with you. These are very targeted lists. The messages and goals of these campaigns are much more specific. The process for implementation of an automation campaign, it starts with, one, having as small business owners, we struggle with another major thing, and that is, where is the data? Do I have an email list? Do I have accurate email addresses, leads, prospects, opportunities? Can I import, export? Can I sort, sift, refine, label, tag? That's usually the first challenge. Typically, we're limited with small business that at best is sitting inside a QuickBooks account or a financial system, and it's because only the data that is related to an actual transaction with financial. We need to change that philosophy, and we need to realize that leads and opportunities, those future prospects, we can leverage those databases with the same breadth of expectations as a customer database. If they requested information once, if they didn't move forward, it doesn't mean they're not interested. It just might mean not right now. Might mean that they need more information, financing options, payment plans. They need a special promotion to motivate them to move forward. But it doesn't mean it's a lost cause and they should. So first, it's putting into place systems to be able to project would be to take your existing, have email address, and it's a one-time project. If you have a big list, where you utilizing print campaign to drive them to a landing page to enter to win, in order to just simply capture the data, long tracked, have the data into a database, and be able to start fresh and information that's necessary in order to even tackle an email marketing automation plan. Next, making sure that your website is set up with web forms on specific pages for specific groups or audiences based on their needs. The way this works, essentially we create campaigns based on a consumer's needs. And I'll give you some examples in a minute. Somebody goes to your website and they fill in a form. It may be sign up for a trial, it may be download our promotions, it may be sign up for an email, maybe join the club, get updates, stay in touch, maybe some newsletter. Whatever that is, they're going to start off and it's going to start here. So they go into this process flow and then they follow TTT, if then this. So if they register here, then send them this email. If my goal is to become a customer, or my goal is to purchase, or my goal is to schedule an appointment, or sign up for a strategy session, or sign up for maintenance, or a tune-up, or request a quote, we will define our goals. And based on those goals, we'll set our timing and delays based on this action or So 30 minutes after they become a customer, I want them to start a new list. First, I'm going to have them enter into a different campaign. It may be a customer onboarding campaign. If they sign up on free promotions or on special promotions, may send them into a different campaign for a promotion. Based on this trigger, we're going to perform different actions based on subscriber criteria. Could be that they chose a specific dropdown, or they tagged themselves as a client, signed up for an ebook or downloaded an ebook, or they watched a video and request more information after the video. Whatever action criteria we want to describe, that action, if they perform the action, they go one place. If they don't perform the action, they go to another place. And eventually they'll exit the work, and you will have accomplished your goals, or you can enter them into, or have the system automatically enter them into a different campaign, starting right back up at the top. And that campaign is specifically geared towards those customers who did not follow what we wanted as our defined goal or perform the actions that we didn't opt out. They're still interested in some way, shape, or form. They're still opening up emails and so forth. Now, this entire is a drip system. So you can sign up for a free account. It's ciwebgroup.com/email, snap photo, right there. Even if you only start off with one campaign and one form, and it's simply sign up for a newsletter, that needs to be integrated into your website. We need to start creating that data thing, good list building techniques within our business. That's part of business marketing. We've got to do it. It's on the list of must-haves. Should we take it further? Absolutely. Should we integrate all the data we already have? Absolutely. Should we define additional segments and additional lists and campaigns? Absolutely. But we don't have to do that right. Taking the first step. Sign up for the free account. Step 2, we create one campaign, one form, get it on your website, and just creating opportunities for new subscribers on your website. So the next system is different, and these two systems, they integrate really. Your drip campaign system, that is really for those prospects and suspects and leads and opportunities who are working with you on or buying something specific from you in the future or subscribing to a specific service in the future. That system is going to really bring them and keep them attached to your company through that process so they don't get lost working with. On the flip side, this is different. This is our online scheduling and email/text campaign system. On all of our websites, you'll notice they all have the same thing. And we do it for everybody because they need it. They have a little system that says either schedule an appointment, schedule service, sign up for, or request an appointment, or schedule today, or contact us. And all of those forms go into a back office database that they own. That's their database in the back office. And that's where they can communicate with customers, schedule appointments. They can keep track of all their notes. They can take payments online. There's a ton of other things. However, this is more for taking immediate action within this system. So somebody signs up on your website, boom, they're in a database. You don't have to worry about it going into an email, getting lost. You get the email, but they're also in the database. From there, you have the ability to create effective email campaigns to encourage clients to take immediate actions, even after business hours. They can book an appointment, they can register for services, they can sign up for an event, they can request a free consultation, a strategy session, sign up for maintenance. They can do anything through the system based on that campaign and the functionality within scheduling. If they have any design for it, something, of course, you don't have for you. However, you can track your results, measure and click rates, and actually track. A lot of times people's marketing is it doesn't open, it's a click. What I'm looking for is, did they schedule an appointment? Did they schedule move forward with an actual activity that creates real This gives you the ability to measure that success within your email marketing. To track, does it create new clients? You engage in content that drives action and generates more business, as well as immediate revenue. If you have the upfront, you can do that through the system. You can take payment through the system. If you have the ability to sell after you perform service, you can do that through the system from your mobile phone. Because it's tied to an automatic or a built-in online scheduling system, you have the ability to build directly into your emails, letting clients book appointments with you tied to your calendar. You can fill up your calendar and save time on coordinating meetings, consultations, services, and calls. You can organize your customer service approach, your sales approach, allowing customers to set time, or prospects to set time to speak with you for a 10-minute phone call or a 5-minute session in order to be able to book the actual service in the future. By organizing your customer service team or your sales team or your operations team, gives you the ability to have a more fluid management of your time. It also gives you the ability to allow somebody who visited your website at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and they are finally getting the opportunity to take care of themselves. They land on your website. You might be closed, but your website is technically open. They can take care of that, check it off their list, and go back to work tomorrow and lunch break for 15 minutes. Call them, or noon, whatever. And as I mentioned before, forms, documents, you can have them share pictures. So if you need to see something before you go do the work, tell your client, send it through the system. If you want to take payment in advance, you can. Request payment post-service, you can do that as well. Email marketing will allow you to craft, or email marketing combined with the scheduling automation will allow you to craft these emails that will drive action results and increase response rates and client engagement or prospect engagement. So let's go into list segmentation and get down to how do we help how do we connect our products or services with people's wants and goals, their wants, wishes, needs, and goals. So figuring out how do your products and services help them save time, make or save money, create freedom in their life, coming up with a bullet point list similar to this. What are their issues? How do you help them solve common problems? How do you help them fix the issues that they have? That's going to be first. I'll give you a sample of segmented campaign for an HVAC company. This works for anybody, but this hopefully will give you a specific example of what segmented customer list or a segmented contact list, including leads, opportunities, and customers, may look like. You may have one segment or tag that says new system, no maintenance. For air conditioning system, but client did not sign up for a maintenance plan. The new air conditioning or heating system for a maintenance plan. Schedule for you to families with pets, allergies, issues. You may be sitting talk about their issues, their conditioning system not working, and that is the urgent issue. During that sales process, find out specific information about their issues that you could potentially will allow you to capture a campaign tag the system to do the work after, so you don't overwhelm a customer with multiple products and services during an initial call. If you do work on an old system, you keep over again, or you know they keep asking for it to be repaired and it needs to be replaced, that's a list. If you had somebody that requested a quote but didn't purchase, or they purchased but they bought from a competitor, It doesn't mean they're a lost cause because they purchased from a competitor. It means you have an opportunity to find out how everything worked. And you can automate all of it through a sequence-based campaign. Maybe you have a list of new home buyers, old home buyers. Maybe you have a list of people that you've done warranty work on, new construction, commercial clients. Maybe you have referral partners, or should have referral partners, such as realtors, inspectors, appraisers, a contractor network. Who do you get business from? Could you get more business if you had a sequence-based campaign that was focused on content that was important to them? How can you make them look good? Why should they refer to you? How do they refer to you? How do you make it easy for them to refer to you? How do you thank them for their referrals? All of these things could be overwhelming if you needed resources and labor to do it. All of these things can be automated and implemented one time, one project, and let the system do the work. Same thing with new hires. We're always recruiting and bringing on new people. In our world, it's the exact same thing. I have a complete automated training system, content that's already been pre-created and is delivered the second they start. As soon as a new hire starts, boom, they go into a campaign based on that segmentation. The segmentation is a new hire. I have new hires that are in the sales area. I have new hires in the operations team, new hires in the web team, and so forth. Once they get tagged with that particular segment, they go into a campaign, and that campaign is already pre-created with all of the onboarding, training, cultural information, samples, case scenarios, compliance, forms, documents, education and information, resource lists that they could ever need. If you think about what it takes to bring on a new client or to bring on a new person, and the amount of labor you go through to go through that onboarding process, it's got to feel like Groundhog's Day. I know it does to me. Where you do the same thing over and over and over again. The opportunity to leverage email automation and marketing automation campaigns will be driven from your ability to identify with things that make you crazy because they are redundant, or things you know you should be doing but you're not. That's the cue that it's time to start looking at email marketing and marketing automation tools. You'll have various touch points, whether it's someone calling in, sending in a chat, possibly going through their computer or a phone or a tablet. Maybe it's someone coming in from a social media network, a form. It may just be someone walking into your office and filling out paperwork to start with you. And the next thing you do, properly put them into the CRM, tag them, add them to the right campaign based on those tags. That's your marketing automation, and boom, the system's doing the rest of the labor, whether it's producing more customers, more products, more service sales, or it's helping remove operational stress from you in those redundant logistical nightmares. If you've ever heard me speak or attended our webinars in the past, we have a specific methodology that we follow. It's called the 12-step roadmap to achieve accelerator results. It's all about doing the right things in the right order at the right time, on making sure that your infrastructure is sound and solid before you invest in things that you may only be getting a small percentage of the value from because you're missing key elements that would make it produce better. This is a lifestyle. It's not a project. There are 12 steps on this page. However, there are also 12 steps within each step. When you first start your website, you may be starting with just the basics, maybe leaving off all of the other steps. There's 12 phases to having a website, and by the time you finish all 12, if you finish all 12, you'll need a new website because the technology is old. It's outdated. The requirements have changed. You may start off with a basic website, missing automation, email sign-up forms, the ability to pay online, customer accounts. You may be missing all of your operational, financial abilities, the ability to take payments online, allow customers to sign up for recurring services and put in their credit card subscriptions to eliminate invoicing and manual processes. Content, you may be starting off with the basics. You may be starting off with 6 pages of content writing because that's what you can afford at the time, and that's fine. That may be just your primary product, but if you sell products or services, in a specific area. You need 1 page of content per product, per service, where you want to sell to by location, geography. If consumers are asking questions, you need content related to the questions. You need to be the one with the answer in order to even be an option. The amount of content that's necessary in order to properly present your product, services, and solutions to consumer problems and reasons, it's massive. When you start including by location, the cities in which you wish to sell those products and services, the numbers are staggering. This is not a project. It's a process and a lifestyle, and it can't stop. CRM conversions, you may have started off with our CRM system. You may only be using forms. You haven't quite figured out, how do I implement a scheduling system without blowing up what we're used to doing? We've always done it this way. That's what we're comfortable with, and no one's going to change, and we're not doing it right now, and that's okay. However, at some point, you need to entertain, strategically understand how can other portions of the system in order to improve process, consumer response, coordination with customers, and again, those redundancies regarding labor. The system is powerful. I know that the majority of customers, it's overwhelming to start all this stuff at the same time, and they'll only use 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10% max of what the system can actually do. So being able to continue through the separate phases and continue to add different elements into your business process, leverage different pieces of the system is important for continued growth. Local listings, it might start with just fixing everything, right? Addresses, phone numbers, and everything else. There's other options for local listings. The ability to have a more focused process for generating reviews on those local listing sites, the ability to optimize local listings to improve your Google business listing performance, because now you have quarterly or monthly or annual, at least annual updates to the images and photos and information inside that Google business listing, which is going to give you preferential listings on your Google Maps account. Your process for generating reviews, the process for generating, acquiring, and remarketing reviews, leveraging them for SEO and new client acquisition. Those are all different stages. Are you getting reviews only on third-party sites? Or are you generating reviews on your utilization and page ranking? Review from one customer, new customer, new city. You may start off with 10 phrases, 5 phrases, 20 phrases, 50 phrases. But I will tell you, I know the difference between a company that is doing $100 million in sales, $20 million in sales, and $1 million in sales, and it is a significantly different amount of key phrases, web page content, local listings, quantity of reviews. And I promise the companies that are doing a certain volume in sales, they're doing everything. Not entry level. They have grown and grown and grown and are doing multiple phases of every standard marketing strategies. They're not doing one. They don't have all their eggs in one basket. They don't stay in one place. They don't keep doing the same thing year over year. Results are going to improve. They know results will actually climb. Why? Because the world around you is changing. They're doing more. They are adding more pages, more content, more optimization, more backlinks. They're adding more reviews. And if you keep doing the same thing month over month, year over year, your results are bound to go backwards at some point. So our process as a business owner, we have to figure out, how do we start with all 12 steps? And how do we get to phase 2 of all 12 steps? Not at the same time. We need to prioritize them. We need to implement. We need to review. We need to figure out what has the greatest impact on our business. We need to commit to the process, especially if you're new. If you're a small business and you're just getting started, the hardest point, you got to get through the first couple years. The math is clear, right? If you find yourself in a position where you're utilizing the excuses of I don't have enough time or I don't have enough money to engage in any of the things that are going to grow my business, that's the very of why. If you find yourself stuck, you're sitting on a hurdle, you've hit a wall, you want more growth, you want to be able to grow, well, you got to do more of what works. You got to add some additional funnels, add some missing components. Mindset. You have to sit as a business owner, and please trust I'm in the exact same position. I have coached and consulted with companies of all sizes from beginning to end, and I was once an entrepreneur by myself. At that point, I was a single mom with a 4-year-old and an entrepreneur by myself, no friends, no family, and boom, decided I wanted more time, money, and freedom, and I was going to quit my 6-figure job. Somehow it didn't quit my 6-figure expenses. I've been through this process. Most of this is capacity to stick to it, have a what next mindset, and keep doing more. I never do. Change is inevitable, and we are going to add change and everything else. Our clients that have been with us for years have known that I will not stop until I find the perfect ERP system, CRM system, and everything else. And I think we just did. Finally, I've been through at least 6 systems, knowing every pro and con, getting feedback of customers for a decade of what's important to them, getting feedback from them, understanding our process. We have to be open quicker. We can't sit stagnant. If we do, same place, and the very thing you wanted when you started your business of more time, money, and freedom will seem like an impossible goal. So while email marketing sits over here from a implementation at number 11, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't at least be putting the proper systems in place. This is one area where you got to go a little bit. You should start at one, with email, or if it's the site together. This is the time to put this between the switches. That is your online messaging campaign system, that's about, and your system, sales automation. Second application I'm talking about. These 2 things need to be in place for every business. Are you going to have 19 segments and campaigns built for every single segment and all of the sales automation things in place? Absolutely not. There's no way. That'll hurt your head. However, you need one. You need to have the ability for somebody to come to your website and sign up. That can be expounded on later. You need to have any form that's on your website should be going into a database. It should not be going into your email account. Eventually, having the ability to allow people to schedule time with your customer service team instead of just have to call to get an appointment, but your business closes at 6, probably not good. Let them book with you. Let them book a 15-minute phone call because it's 2 a.m. and they just got to that list. And the phone call's tomorrow at noon. So we got to do this. We got to get this in place. I know for a lot of you, your seasons are kicking off right now. It's getting hot and you guys are going to be swamped. This is a simple process. So with that being said, everything that we do is about creating multiple funnels, and we get better at those funnels. We improve them and so forth. Example, in my case, for SEO rankings, I have a page on my website. If you go to Google and you type in website project plan, I want to say there's like 49 million or something pages in that drawer. And yes, we're number 1. And it is the oldest page on my website I have. It is so wrong. It is dead wrong. Now the majority of people that are looking at it are competitors, and they're more than welcome to use a website project plan that we put out there probably 8 years ago. However, that's what I mean by stages. Quite frankly, I should take the time and go fix it because it happens to me to be majority of competitors that are visiting that page. I'm not as worried about it, but everything you do requires improvement, constant tweaking, evaluation, and performance improvements. Content that you wrote or have on your website from 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, or last year probably needs improved. Even if it's integrating more SEO key phrases, integrating geolocations in there for better page ranking, or integrating call to actions for better conversions. images, pictures, charts, graphs, bullet point lists, things that are going to help people convert. Every element, whether it's adding more funnels or improving the funnels that we already are investing in, that has to be part of the process. And I promise you, like I said, I'm in the same position. My Twitter accounts, they're horrible. It's on the list. I got to get to it. Right now, the only thing we're doing is letting the content directly from our Facebook accounts go to our Twitter accounts because we can barely manage the content structure for our Facebook program. Now, our issue is different. We're not trying to acquire new leads and opportunities. We love our customers and are required to service a lot of clients because of our relationships with our manufacturers and distributors. However, I'm not out there searching and hunting for new customers by any means. And that's because we have so many funnels built that our issue is actually the reverse. In the last month, we did not get back to over 500 leads and opportunities that either downloaded an ebook, submitted a form, signed up for something, submitted a request for a quote. If we didn't have personal communication with them at an event and it's not part of our relationships with our referral partners and our clients, there's no way we could get there. And that is simply because we have so many funnels that have been set up and working for so many years that they produce leads. It is ridiculous. So in our world, it's different. You can get to the same place. We literally have taken businesses to three people sitting in an executive suite in Dallas, Texas. They probably know who they're talking about, to a team of over 250 people with leads coming out the wazoo. There's so much business that comes to them that they're now reselling their leads and getting paid as a lead distribution network to their competitors. They've also been with us for 12 years. They have also followed the system and been a very, very tight strategic partner with us in the review and recommendations and implementation of all these things. Every one of these, we got to keep adding. So this particular session, if you break down the three areas that I recommend everybody concentrate on at least twice a year. That's the minimum, twice a year. You need to do an evaluation, have a strategy session, and you need to be focused on these three things. What's working, do more of it. What's not working, remove it, decrease it, or move it to something that is. And what am I not doing yet that I should be? What's next? Add the missing elements. So if email marketing is something you're not prepared to implement, you don't want to wait till the end. You don't want to wait until it's time. And then when it's time, you don't have a list. You don't have emails. You haven't been collecting that data. You haven't been tagging those people. You haven't even had the systems in place to do that. That set up now, so when to implement a marketing automation plan, you can, and you can do it with ease. You're not waiting on setting up the infrastructure and going backwards. So if you guys have an interest, I hope this is not overwhelming. I hope this is exciting, because it really is. This stuff works while you sleep. I know everybody would like to work less and do more, and that's what this does. Video and email, content, website, social, all of these things allow you to do more without doing more, to replicate your message, to get in front of more people, to let the system and the content educate your consumers, pre-educate them, sell your services, explain to them why they need your services, when they need your services. Let the system do the heavy lifting. You guys can go to ciwebgroup.com/email. I'm going to go there real quick so you guys have an idea of how this page works. It's pretty simple. Excuse me. So it's pretty simple. We have a strategy session. If you want to set up a strategy session, we'd be happy to help you. Jump in there, fill that out. One of our team members will shoot you a link so that we can, or they'll give you a call so we can get time on the calendar. First thing is, go sign up for the systems. There's two different systems. One, Get Drip. Two, this is our online scheduling, email, and text messaging. If you're a customer, you probably already have this one. You may or may not have this one. At least sign up for the account and get that in place. Second, if you need help with implementation and setup, I've been talking all day. If you need help with setup and implementation, we can do this with our eyes closed. So save time, save stress. You can absolutely sign up either for either one of these. We'll do the setup, we'll do the implementation, we'll do the design, we'll help you get your database migrated over. And, you know, that's kind of the entry level. If you want us to help set up your overall strategy, identifying segments, campaigns, list cleanup, so forth, capturing emails, we can do all of that as well. And then finally, if you need help with content creation for these campaigns, you're ready to start that. We can help you create content specific to those campaigns, those segments, based on their needs. And if you're in HVAC and you don't want to do anything custom, you want to get this in place, but you want to do the real basic entry level, let's at least get some kind of content going out to one giant list. We do have email marketing templates specifically for HVAC that have been pre-written, canned, they're ready to go. We've got one per month, and they're a little bit generic. They'll keep your brand in front of your customers. They have educational content and information in there. That's a great way to start, and at least stay in front of those people that are in your list. So we tried to make this easy, you know, getting you into the trial accounts on these two. And both of these guys have given us the ability to let you start a trial account absolutely free. Of course, there's additional functionality and services that are additional costs. If you decide that you like this and you're ready to commit and you want to get started on that, you can upgrade on your own. You don't have to go through us. It's directly with their systems. And everything else, you've got a do-it-yourself version with training, or you can get it off your plate so you can focus on the things only you can do, and we can help you take care of it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. That's what we're here for. And we'd be happy to help you get started. At this point, Kathy, I am done with the presentation. Do we have any questions?
Well, geez, you know, Jennifer, we don't have any questions. I think everybody was really intense on what you were showing us. I mean, this is good stuff.
It's good stuff. A little complicated, possibly give you a headache, but it is a next step.
It really is.
All right, you guys. Well, with that, if you have want to sign up for a strategy session or just take advantage of signing up for those trial accounts, you can absolutely do that at ciwebgroup.com/email. I think everybody on this call, I see lots of clients. I love seeing you here. You guys have the ability to also schedule time with our team. Joseph is head of our content marketing and content marketing team. And of course, you guys probably all know him. You can set up a strategy session directly with him, or you can talk to any of our consultants, Pat or Beverly, myself, Kathy, and so forth. So feel free to reach out and set up time, and we will help you get going on this. Don't freak out. Breathe. Rub your ears and say woosah. We'll get there. That's what I have to tell my team when I change everything. All right, you guys. Have a great one. You guys will get an invitation to the next webinar series. We're trying to make sure that you have access to these series before they go out to the general population, because our schedule gets crazy afterwards. So I hope this helps. If you have any feedback, we do have a post-webinar survey. Please fill that survey out. Let us know. You can send me a message directly at jbagley@ciwebgroup.com. You can tell me I'm crazy, I talk too fast, slow down, whatever you want to tell me. I will listen, and I will attempt to oblige. With that, have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you on the next call.